Hi, so this is the BTFM mobile software demonstration here, version 1.16 currently. I'm developing this all the time to try and make it better. The software runs on any Android or iPhone device or any tablet. It will resize to the screen you're using, and it works offline. That was the main requirement for the software. So I'll log in here and give you the demonstration. So the first thing the user, for the very first time if a user logs in, they're asked for their personnel number and then the 4-digit PIN number, which we've sort of added in. You don't have to have that. After this, the user won't be asked for this again because it will store that information locally on the device. So this user has been authenticated on the server. The first time you use it, obviously you have to be online like any app. After that, then it downloads necessary files in the database and you can work offline, and it'll sync. Every 60 seconds it checks the server to see if there's a connection, and it'll push any data up to the server and pull any data back down. So I'll start a new shift here, and this will bring us to the main screen, main menu. I'll quickly actually just show you if I was to actually, because I've logged in once, now if I was to log in, it'll give me an option to continue shift or start new shift, and obviously you can end shift as well. So I'll continue shift back to the main menu here. It says it's 90% a single page application, so all this data, it's not loading separate pages. It's dynamically creating these pages based on the user selections. So we've got the version of the software here, which is quite handy. If there's any issues, you can ask the user what version are you running, and they can tell you quite easily. So this Norman Hall is logged in. This chap is a plumber. So today, 0 hours. It's a Sunday, no rest for the wicked, and his hours for the week. This is quite maybe a nice way of keeping the guys, the trade staff, aware of the hours they've done for the day and for the week. And again, clicking into that brings up the timesheet. I'll run you through the timesheet in a little while. Just go back to the main menu. So number of jobs, 45. These two yellow bands appear when there's any new jobs allocated to the user or any new messages. I've got a messaging little interface that I've developed that you're welcome to have if you want to use the app, which allows users to message staff. You can message the whole entire trade staff, or a particular trade, or an individual user, and even non-trade staff, and you can send an email as well through the same interface. It's quite handy. So I'll click on that, and that'll show you some messages. Somebody's been using some funny characters there on that message. But anyway, you can acknowledge the messages. We have some daily COVID messages that go out, but you can put customized messages there. Acknowledge that one. Back here to the main menu. So across here, I've kind of replicated the backtrack kind of traffic light system. So yellow is jobs in progress, work in progress. Green's in target. Orange is getting towards the estimated completion date, and red has obviously gone over it. You can see here actually I've added in days, defect job days 26. That's 26 days since it should have been the estimated completion date. If I click on that one there, there's the PPMs and defects are separated out too. So you can see actually this PPM estimated completion date was actually today, the 6th, and it is today, so that's why it's 0 days, so that's okay. There's one down here, estimated completion date is the 13th, so it's got 7 days, so that's why it's in the green. And we've got the orange one here, so he's getting close. Yeah, that's estimated completion date is tomorrow, so 1 day there. The user, when they get new work, they can acknowledge any new work, and that will update the server as well. They use it as quite a handy thing for the staff to keep track of new jobs that have been allocated to them. So you can acknowledge that job there if he wants. Searching is very, very handy, this searching functionality. As soon as you start typing, it starts to look for a job. So I'll find a word there. Word machine happens to be there. It will search any of the text. So if I type in just a few letters, oops, it will bring up that job. Any text that has the word machine in it, or a property. You can click on, actually, if I click on that department code there, it'll bring up any jobs in that department, which is handy when the guys do a job in a certain department. Have I got any more jobs here? So they can search for that. They can either click on the phone on the department or block or site, and they'll bring up those jobs, or just type it in. So any text here, you click on that at the top there, and it resets the page. So the searching is very good. You don't have to type the whole word, just a part of a word, and it will bring up the results. This guy's a plumber, so if I typed in sink, I don't even know if there's any jobs there. There is, not surprising. Sink, so sink and housekeeping. So So that's that, or job number or an asset ID they can type in, or if there's another guy on the job with them, that displays all the people that are allocated to the job there. So I'll add some time to this job. Click on the history, there's no history on that job there, so we'll add some time here. So I'll leave it as work in progress. These are the most used status requests that get downloaded from the database onto the device. I'll put an hour. You can change, there's a calendar there. You can, even though I can change whatever date I want to. I'll keep today. I'll just put test in here. I'll take this feedback off afterwards. Add time. So it gives it a temporary transaction number. When it syncs with the database, it will get an actual transaction number from Backtrack and update the device accordingly. The guys can edit any feedback, if they make a mistake or they say no, actually I want to put on some more. They can edit or delete. If they make a complete mistake, they can delete their feedback, and this will update their hours for the day. As you can see there, today now 1:17 for the week. So click onto the timesheet, and this at the moment I've got 2 months worth of data that gets downloaded. And to say it's a lot of data, but it's very small because it's in JSON formats. Very small data, very quick to load and to respond. It's an offline first strategy. And then, as I say, it checks every 60 seconds to see if it can see the server, and there's a push and a pull of the data there. So there, Sunday, it highlights the current day. Now in 17, I could edit this or delete it. Back to timesheet. I could add some non-working time here. I see Norman here on Thursday didn't enter any time, so I could add some, say, annual leave here. I could put 7.5 hours or 2 hours, or I'll put 7.5. I'll put test in here again. Add time, back to timesheet, and you can see there 7.5 hours for his, so he's in the green there. And I could, they can look at their jobs as well. Go back and look at, gives you the job description, edit their time if they need to. So that's their timesheet. You can go back over, I think 2 months at the minute. I had it 4 months actually, but I think that was a bit over the top. Didn't really need that. So you can go back here, look at 10.5 hours. Busy boy that day. Look at his time there, if there's any mistakes. So back to the timesheet. Defaults to the current day, but you can go backwards and obviously forwards, but forwards wouldn't be much use, obviously. But there you go. So exit that, or click on the top there. It brings you back to the home screen. So what have I said? Yeah, defects, PPMs, searching, add time. You can look at your messages here. Get any messages. Acknowledge the messages. Acknowledge that message. This all gets synced back with the server. If I want to finish my shift, just click Finish Shift. Click on the man there, and that's me. And then I can sign back in again. So that's the app. Thank you for listening, and thank you.